Hello, my little friends. It's me, Gogo, ready to tell you a life-changing tale. Today's tale is found in the Old Testament, in Genesis 37, verse 1 to 3. It's about a young dreamer who dreamt and loved sharing his dreams with his brothers. But did they find that nice? Well, let's go into the story and find out. Long ago, in the land of Canaan, there lived a man named Jacob. He had 12 sons, but his heart held a special place for one of them, Joseph, the son of his old age and the firstborn to his beloved wife Rachel. Joseph was 17 years old, full of life and curiosity. Unlike his elder brothers who worked the fields and tended the flocks, Joseph stayed closer to home. He helped where he could, but he was also observant. Sometimes he would report to his father when he saw his brothers doing something wrong. This, as you can imagine, didn't win him any favor when it comes to his brothers. But what made things worse, Jacob gave Joseph a richly ornamented robe, a coat of many colors. It was not just a beautiful garment, it was a symbol. It told everyone that Joseph was set apart, favored, and loved beyond others. His brothers saw it and burned with jealousy. How could their father love Joseph more than them? Yet Joseph seemed unaware, or perhaps unbothered by their resentment. One night, he had a dream. "Listen to this dream I had," he said eagerly the next morning. "We were binding sheaves of grain out of the field, when suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright, while your sheaves gathered around mine and bowed down to it." His brothers glared at him. "Do you intend to reign over us? Will you actually rule us?" The dream planted seeds of deeper hatred. But Joseph had another dream, and again he told it. This time the sun and moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me. Even Jacob, his father, was puzzled. "What is this dream you had? Shall I and your mother and your brothers come to bow down to you to the ground?" Then Jacob rebuked him, and though he rebuked him outwardly, deep in his heart, he wondered if there was something more to these dreams that Joseph was having. Not long after, Jacob sent Joseph on a journey. His brothers were tending the flocks near Shechem, and Jacob wanted a report. "Go and see if all is well with your brothers and the flocks," he said. Joseph set out obediently. He wandered the fields, searching until a man told him his brothers had moved to Dothan. With a determined heart, Joseph pressed forward. But from a distance, his brothers saw him coming. His bright coat gave him away. "Here comes that dreamer," one of them sneered. And then a plan formed. "Let's kill him," another one said. "Throw him into a pit and say a wild animal devoured him. Then we'll see what comes out of his dreams." But Reuben, the elders, tried to protect Joseph. "Let's not shed blood. Throw him into this cistern here in the wilderness. but don't lay a hand on him. Reuben secretly planned to rescue Joseph later on and return him to their father. So, when Joseph arrived, full of innocence and trust, they grabbed him. They tore off his beautiful robe and threw him into a dry cistern. He cried out and cried out. Maybe he pleaded, but they didn't listen. As they sat down to eat, a caravan approached in a distance. Ishmaelite traders on their way to Egypt with camels loaded with spices and goods. Judah had an idea. What will we gain if we kill our brother and cover up his blood? Come, let's sell him to the Ishmaelites. After all, he is our brother, our own flesh and blood. The others agreed. They lifted up Joseph from the pit and sold him for 20 pieces of silver. And just like that, Joseph, the beloved son, the dreamer, was carried away to Egypt, a slave bound for foreign land. When Reuben returned and found the pit empty, he tore his clothes in despair. To cover up their deed, the brothers took Joseph's robe, dipped it in goat's blood, and brought it to their father. We found this. Examine it to see whether it's your son's robe. Jacob recognized it immediately. His heart shattered. It is my son's robe. A wild animal has devoured him. Joseph has surely been torn to pieces. Jacob mourned deeply. No one could comfort him. He said he would go to his grave mourning his son. Meanwhile, far from home, Joseph was taken to Egypt, alone, afraid, yet not forgotten by God. What do we learn from this story? Parents, to never show favoritism to one child over the other, because that's what got Joseph sold out. And children, it's not everything we share with everyone. Not everyone is happy for us. This is what got little Joseph in trouble. The end. Enjoyed the story? Hooray! I enjoyed it too. Now don't forget to like and subscribe so Gogo can keep releasing tales like this. Until I see you again, goodbye.